What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and it's a beautiful day here in Cape Coral, Florida, and we're going to go into that snake room on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, and we're going to see what's going on. I love to just sometimes browse through my room and just look at cool snakes and show you guys some of the cool stuff that I just like in my collection. Some stuff I'm keeping, some stuff I'm selling, and you never know what I'm going to take a look at, so a little extra bonus plan here at Muscle Serpents Daily. Stay tuned. And just a little update on my super hypo Granite Burmese python babies. I have a couple left that are on my sheet that I'm keeping with the Florida Fish and Wildlife. As you know, I have a display permit now, education permit, I guess you could say. And this is one of the guys who decided you got to keep one white Burmese python, right? Really nice. The super hypos definitely have a lot of white in them, but they definitely have some yellow in them as well. And beautiful black eyes. We talked about what leucistic means in a video, I believe 2 weeks ago, about how it's a reduction of all pigments, yellow, red, and black, but there's still some left, and that's why you have the black eyes. Sometimes you get blue-eyed leucistics because maybe a little bit more melanin has been removed from the eye, so you have a blue eye. You don't get an albino, you don't get a red eye unless you have an albino, which is a removal of all the black pigments, but that's not what a leucistic is. I've produced some albino leucistics too, albino super hypos, and those will be white snakes with red eyes. But here's a beautiful little female we'll be keeping. Here's a beautiful IMG Scoria boa. Showing you him before, I should say. And I just like to keep updating you, getting more and more darks in them. But the light portions of them are still staying pretty light. Let's see if I can pull them out here a little bit more. But the darks have been getting darker and darker and darker and expanding a little bit. Really nice, beautiful, beautiful snake. One of my favorite boas, I'd say. The pink and purples in here combined with the darks create great contrast. You can see those little hieroglyphics on the back, getting a much more edged out, blacked out appearance to them. Here's a beautiful Onix boa that's also type 2 Annary. Got a nice complete stripe down his back. I originally thought he was a super Onix, but they really have a blanked out pattern, so I don't believe that to be the case. 66% het Honduran T positive and 66% het blood. Onix boas are like some of my favorites because of the fact that they stay really small. They're super true dwarf boas, and this male is way over a year old and still really tiny. And he eats too. They just stay small. Gorgeous snake. That's a beautiful boa right there, for sure. That is a Motley. That's possibly, this could be possibly VPIT positive visual. It's really nice looking snake. It's also possible het black-eyed Annary, the Ralph Davis reptile line. I'm having trouble identifying whether it is VPIT positive. It looks like it is. I'm sure my friend Tony Antonucci will chime in and let me know if it is or not. I should have sent him a picture prior to this, but I think this is VPIT positive Motley that's pos het black-eyed Annary. So really nice looking female. Probably wind up keeping her. Now this is kind of the reverse of what I just showed you. This is a black-eyed Annary Motley that's possibly het for VPIT positive. Difference in this snake, you can look at that eye. It's got that black eye. And pretty sure. It's hard to identify these things. It's a very black and whitish looking snake. There's really no reds in it. Really nice. Growing her up, see what happens. Take a look how this girl is developing. That's an Inca Onix combination. I've shown you her before, but she almost looks IMG, really. I mean, Onix is dark, and Inca can inject some darkness too. I just love the look of this. She's just getting better and better as she's getting older. Look at the side patterning on there. And look at the top, those circles. It's really kind of an interesting looking boa, you know. I can't wait till she gets bigger. I mean, I really like the way Inca and Onix work together. That's a typical Onix, like second, you know, tail area. Whereas the front part of her looks, you know, very, very bizarre. Look at all this stuff going on here. That's just totally weird. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like there's like black line, then you have like a light brown line, then you have a beige, and then you have like a gray lower than that. It's a really interesting pattern. Here's a beautiful looking Hypo Scoria. It is het for VPIT positive. There's like the VPIT positive project. I might make one of I have 2 females. I might make one available. I really like the way these look. It's weird because I've seen Hyposcorias before, and for some reason these look different. I don't know. It's almost like the het T positive or the het VPIT positive is doing something, and it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. I have a sister here. I'll show you the other one. Also really, really light, creamy looking. They just look way different than just regular Hyposcorias. Really pretty. Just checking out all the beautiful snakes here on this beautiful Saturday. Yeah, the beautiful VPIT positive IMG, increasing melanistic gene, female, that is available actually on Morph Market. Right now, you can go buy this. Beautiful. VPIT positive works amazingly well with IMG. You're not going to ever get a totally black snake because the VPIT positive removes some of the melanin, but you get a really interesting pattern, speckled darkness going on, and they're all completely different, every single one. Look at that eye. How cool is that eye? That is a nice looking eye. Look at that, like that head and that nose. This is just like really. I mean, if I was a painter, I'd love to be able to paint this. That's how nice it is. That's a terrific picture right there, if I've ever seen one. All right, I wanted to show you this one last snake. Growing nicely. This is a super Onix. So you saw Onix single copy before mixed with Inca. This is just the super form. You can see that the pattern has completely been disrupted. It like basically almost has no pattern. It's just kind of like a very homogeneous looking animal. This is 66% het blood, 66% het Annary 2, and 66% Untitled positive. So really nice looking girl. And she's small and she's over a year old. They just take their time growing. They don't get big. They're really super dwarf boas, and they got good personalities, and they breed well. Once they start breeding, they breed a little older because, you know, they got to put a little bit more because they're small. So usually around, females around the 4-year mark, males around, you know, 2 years. Just really nice. What a nice morph. And that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You know, sometimes you have to just appreciate the stuff you got. And I really, you know, I do love a lot of the great snakes that I have, from the Burmese pythons that thank God I'm allowed to keep here, even though I can't breed them anymore. Thank God for the beautiful boas and ball pythons. And, you know, it's always sometimes hard to decide like what I like best. And I don't think that's the great thing about snakes. You don't really have to decide which you like best. You could just have them all. If you manage your collection properly, that is. I love the IMG stuff. I love the Scoria stuff. I love, you know, the fire stuff. I mean, the combinations in boas still is really being explored. I think ball pythons, a lot has been done with genetically mixing different genes together. I think with ball pythons, I think with boas, there's still a lot to be done, and that's what's so exciting about the boas. And the boas are harder to breed, so it takes a lot longer to kind of get these gene combinations together and to see how they interact. And And we're still really exploring a lot of these genes that are out there. Some of them are relatively new to the trade. Labyrinth, for instance, this is really just we're just getting warmed up with that one. So the future holds a lot of great stuff with that. All right, guys, I know if you like what you're seeing, I want you to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. I'll see you back Monday morning.